Hi, I'm Scotty. Welcome to my channel, Scotty's Clock World. Thanks for dropping by. This is the next cuckoo clock that I'll be working on. It's an 8-day after the hunt clock. You can tell that very quickly by just looking at the chain. Even though they're in pretty crappy condition, they'll have to have all that rust removed from them. But there's 48 links per foot, and a 30-hour or 1-day cuckoo clock chain has 61 links per foot. There's some parts missing from this, but we'll have a look at that as we go along. It's not the best carving I've ever seen, though the pheasant and the hare do have glass eyes in them, and something you don't often see around the hare's feet is the carved piece of rope. You often don't see that carved. I think that might be a new dual put on there. It's a different colour for the cuckoo bird to come out. Under the eaves here has been carved. I haven't seen that before, and I've seen a few of these clocks. The horn is missing from here. I know where I can get a replacement for that. The rest of it seems to be in relatively good nick. The top is opened up a tiny little bit here, so I'll pull that back together and glue that down. The side and the back seem to be in pretty good nick. Right, we'll lay that down gently and then turn over the back and see what we got. The first thing we notice is these massive long pipes. They're 140 millimeters long. They're huge. The normal size pipes in a cuckoo clock are normally about that big, which is I think about 70 mil, about 75 mil. They're quite massive. You'll notice that the tops of the bellows are missing. I have one of them here. Which side I don't know, but one of them. I'll have to make another one or buy one in. I would say it probably goes that side, because there's a wire loop to lift it. You'll notice there's no bellows lift wires to run from the lift levers up to the top of the bellows. They're missing, so they will have to be replaced or made new ones. There's our little bird, missing the attachment parts here, but I'll be able to get those overseas. I'm putting in an order soon for some stuff at Cousins in the UK, so I'll add a few of these pieces to the list of stuff to get. It's a regular model 34 movement, made in 1973 in Germany. The pendulum length, as stated down here, is 23.6 centimeters. Back door with the gong on it needs to be pulled up above the back door, because that's not going to ring while it's touching down there, so we'll adjust that once we get round to that. But all told, the case isn't in too bad a condition. The movement definitely needs a bit of work done on it, which we'll be doing pretty soon. Right, I'll put that aside for the moment and we'll look at the other parts. These are the weights, 1500 grams each. They are the original weights that came with the clock. 2 of them there, both the same. So that's one thing that's right with the clock anyway. 1500 grams each. Put them aside. Now we'll have a look at the top and see what that looks like. Get rid of the bubble wrap. And there's the topper. What a magnificent set of antlers on the deer. That is a very good set of antlers. Carving before, yeah, not bad. Seen better. The topper is quite large actually. Total height is 25 centimeters. When we add that to the 40 centimeters a case, that's going to be a pretty impressive clock when it's finished. Colour's very light. I may well darken that up a little bit. The pale walnut colour doesn't do anything for me, so that'll probably be darkened up. Right, so a general wrap up would be the case is in pretty good nick. I'll probably darken it up a little bit too light for my taste, as I've said before. Pretty decent looking stag head on it though, that's for sure. Some work to do on the case. We have to build a new set of bellow tops or buy them from overseas. We'll have to make some new bellows lift wires. The little bird needs to have a perch set on it, so I'll probably have to make one of those. I don't think I'll be able to buy one without buying a bird. Also, the other thing missing is the pendulum. We know the length of it, we know the shape of the leaves on it, so that won't be hard to get. So that's a general wrap up on the next Cuckoo clock that I'm going to work on. Thank you to my supporters, Don Dressel, David Phillips, Graham FP, Robert Hornman, Mike Messerschmidt, Stephen Watts, Sidus, Rolf, Tony Paisley, Jeff Clements, Whitney Kovner, Walt Morgan, Dennis O'Connor, Robert Baldwin, Douglas Mueller, John, Martin Olivia, Douglas Rowlandson, Bill Leeds, Getsup, Brooks Rowand, Jim, Scarla Dawn, Rodney Van Meter and Elizabeth Smith.